Welcome back to Drive Beyond Horizons. Heading on out like usual. Got our mobster car and our GTR. Kind of working on both at the same time, see what happens. I figure it'll be a little bit better than, sounds like something's open. I figure that will be a little bit better than looking for parts for just one car at every stop. Much less likely to find anything that way. Yeah, looks like I left my oil cap open. That's not good. Let's close that. That's better. Now we'll take a look here anyways. There's a mine. It would be like me to step on that. Let's see, Pontiac parts, 4-cylinder diesel, spare tire. Suppose we'll take a couple of those. As long as I don't accidentally step on the mine. Trying to keep these kind of organized. What's that door? That's just a tire. I suppose it doesn't really matter, does it? I already have wheels. Hey, it's getting light out. All right. Get a move on. Looks like we got to stop right up here on our left. It's a bit like an oasis. Alright, looks like we've got a gas station. So we will attempt to pull in here with both of these cars. Okay, it looks like this stop was one of those. Thanks for not letting me turn. Oh no, there actually is something here, so I suppose I'll get out and look. Sometimes when you load the game, uh, where the game is loaded in a stop, but it hasn't loaded in the loot yet because you're not close enough to it, and it saves, and then you load your game, and it loads in the stop, but since it's already there, it doesn't load loot for it. It's, at least I assume that's how it ends up working. Essentially what happens is you end up with a whole stop with no loot at all in it, just completely empty, which obviously isn't the case here, fortunately. Anything in here we need? Probably not. Okay, so this is the trailer stop, I suppose. We got some sponges, some brushes. I'll take the brushes. Anything else in here? Batteries. Turbo. What's that? License plate. I'm not sure if this is the one for the GTR or not. No, that's got the. This is for the van, I think. And that is a trailer, so let's not waste any time. We'll just keep rolling. Yep. Hopefully I didn't break anything. I do not turn this car that I'm towing, it turns me. I even put bigger wheels on the back of this to try and lift up the rear end a little bit to make it easier for towing, but I'm not sure it had any actual effect other than making this look ridiculous. Van parts. I don't think I need to duplicate anything. I'd like to find a garage or a hotel with some vehicles in them. That wasn't a good idea. Trying to look backwards. Maybe if I put the front wheels on this one, it'll stop fishtailing so much. I don't know why it is. Even just driving normally in a straight line without touching the controls, it likes to sway back and forth. And obviously, there aren't a whole lot of stretches of road here where I can drive without touching the steering much. Like, this is a pretty decent stretch, but this is about as long as they ever really get. No, I do not like trying to tow this stuff through these windy roads. Windy being a relative term, obviously. Here I can focus more on just trying to drive in a straight line instead of trying to stay on the road and not hit poles. Now we got a speed bump here that we're gonna ignore completely, and then hop back up on the road. Up, hit a jerry can full of something. Probably don't want to know what. This car looks good, that color. Tempted to keep it that way. Alright, we got a radio tower up there to the right. So we will swing by here. If it's somewhere we can get to. I have found these like on the top of plateaus and stuff where, I mean, it may be possible to get to them, but it would be not worth the effort. Unless you had something that was exceptionally good at rock climbing. See, I can't go that way. I've got to go around. This car's going to try and make me go that way anyways. Doesn't look like there's much interesting here, but we'll stop and take a look anyways. How are we doing on fuel? Still got plenty. Plus, I can use the GTR as a backup fuel tank since it holds quite a bit as well. 100 liters or so, I think. We'll top them up anyways. See what we got up here. We'll grab our food. And a spare tire, because we're probably going to be experiencing some more blowouts here anytime. Try and keep that with that one. Flip that on for whatever reason. That is for the van, I believe. Drink some water. Sorry, I just had to think about it to make sure I wasn't mistaking that bumper for something else. Alright, what do we got here? Floor mat, see, we got a tire. That'll give us a matching. Oh no. That's actually one of the ones we want, so that'll be fine there. See, anything in here? A seat, a steering wheel. A mirror we don't need. Alright, so pretty much nothing. Alright, we'll fill these up real quick. That's almost full already anyways. There we go. Make sure that's closed, please. Closed. Thank you. And we roll. Let's see if we can find a relatively safe way down this hill that we can take while towing this thing. I suppose I could just turn the handbrake on in the GTR and let it drag, and that way it will maybe be less prone to push me down hills and jackknife me. We got up there, looks like a bus stop or a outhouse. Looks a little big for an outhouse, so probably a bus stop. I would head straight to it. I just want to make sure we're not missing anything else on the road on the way. Oh, good. That was a non-deadly cacti. Some of the trees and cacti out here you can hit. Some of them very much do not like to be touched and will touch you back in a very unpleasant way if you run into them. Generally sending your car in pieces all over the desert. We got a billboard up here as well. And a vehicle of some sort. A Dada. Da-da-da. I suppose I'll grab this tire, since I've already got some of these. Or, one actually. Good. That gives me a pair. Have a little soda. And some corn. Nothing here I want. So moving on. Speed bump and a stop. Let's see if we can avoid one and hit the other. Looks like we got a gas station slash garage. Here's hoping there's something useful here. A little moving van. Not useful. And is it an empty parking lot? It is an empty parking lot. Alright. Well, let's take a look anyways. Don't want that, that's too small. Nothing out there. Top hat for a gentleman. Bunch of doors. More doors. Little diesel engine. Alright. Brush. We got some chrome black. Or gloss black, I suppose. See how this looks. Ooh, that's kind of nice. Not gonna lie. Kind of liking that. Think we'll hold on to that. There we go. Let me in. I will take that tire. Come on. You're supposed to come through the door with me. Alright, we'll head up here to this next stop. Is there anything interesting? Does not appear to be. I've got another one up here on the left as well. Looks like another billboard. My second favorite thing next to pools. Still find it like a billboard along the, highway. I understand, makes sense, but just like a pool by itself in the middle of nowhere, I don't understand, and it is also creepy. All right, what do we got here? Nothing. Okie dokie. Don't need any of this. Take the tire, I suppose. Because if it's anything like last time, these are going to start disappearing rather quickly. I just grabbed that tire. If it's anything like last time, I want as many tires as possible because they're going to start disappearing quickly. This stop's got a car at it, but it is a van. Nah. I was thinking I could swap to the van and tow this car with the van. Because it would be kind of cool to complete the van, but no, this is the first car I found. This is the one I go with. And then the GTR is just secondary. Oh, that's not very good. Ow. Alright, what fell off? We lost all the lights and a tire and half the interior pieces, and they are nowhere to be seen. I can't find them. I may just end up having to reload, because that's... Alright, we've got a tire. Looks like there's something all the way out here. Really? Out of all this, it finds the underglow. Well, I suppose I could just suck it up and deal with it, but that will make this take a lot longer. Let me see what else I'm missing. Stupid. I hate that it turns the hazards on when you wreck. Cars This Old did not do that. And when you're playing on a harder difficulty, anything that drains your battery is bad business. It's nothing. I'm never going to find those lights. They're probably down at the bottom of that ravine somewhere. Oh well. If I had a windshield, maybe I would have reloaded, but I'll just have to deal with finding 3 headlights again. And hopefully learn my lesson and pay attention. Alright, looks like we got an outhouse and a radio tower up on top of a plateau. Although it might be accessible, we'll see. They usually are. I don't think that window goes to anything of mine. I know it's not the front because the front one's angled for pleasure. Hmm. You're now red. Easier for me to find you when I run into stuff and you inevitably fall off of my vehicle. Alright, let's see if we can get to this radio tower. That is up there. It looks like there's a vehicle there. I see something bright, orange or red. But it also looked big and boxy, like it was maybe a van or... yeah, probably one of the 2 vans, either the moving van or the other... Oh, no, this isn't good. Yep. We've got the Volkswagen. Not many other parts though. Got some tires. Needed that. See if we got any parts in here we need. Does not appear so. Is that a GTR pedal? That might be a GTR pedal. Wrong side. Wow, it even turned the hazards on in the car I was towing. I appreciate it wasting my battery for me. Okay, that belongs there. This does not. Let's see anything else in here. Nope. 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 Okay. Now let's see if we can get down this hill. Here we go. Maybe we can protect our car a little. There we go. Now when I get headlights, maybe they won't explode off when I run into something. And stuff sure gets dirty quick out here. That's not a bad color. Let's finish that brush up. All right. Thinking it might be better just to go back down kind of the way we came if I can get this boat turned around in time. Oh, that's an interesting incline. Let's see if we can get this boat turned around a bit. And kind of aim toward the road. There we go. Either I'm getting better at that or it's getting nicer to me. I don't know which. Maybe the car's just happy because I cleaned it. It is a nice color. I kind of like that. I think maybe I'll stick with that for now. Alright, gotta stop up here. Hit this and take a quick peek. Ooh, a hotel. Let's see. It's like big flatbed. And a trailer. And a hatchback. Excellent. All things I need. Oh, there's that big diesel engine. I could put that in here. That would probably be kind of funny. Look at this thing. It's massive. You know, I could probably tow just about anything with this if I put it in there. There, we'll just stash it there for now. Consider our options. What is this? Little petrol engine for the hatchback, I guess. Tires. Never have enough spare tires. I thought I had some of these sitting somewhere. Or am I just blind? I must have used them all. Okay. Alright, so got that big chunky diesel engine. We'll save for a rainy day if we get bored. What is this too? That looks like a van door, I think. So yeah, if things are getting a little stale, maybe we'll throw that big old fat diesel in there and tow with that a bit. That's no too big. That's for the Pontiac, I think. Anything else here that I need? Do not think so. We already got the battery to go with that diesel motor as well. You know what else I lost when I wrecked? I lost my sun visor. That might be kind of a pain to find. I have a feeling that that's specific to the side, and it's small. And small flat items tend to kind of sink under the ground texture quite often. You have to use the X-ray goggles to find them sometimes, and then hope that you're lucky enough they're close enough to the surface that you can grab them. Alright, let's stop by up here, take a peek. Some nice blue paint. I wouldn't mind holding on to that. Make sure it doesn't fall out of there. Let's take a quick cursory glance around here and see if there's any. Oh, we got a couple of these tires we can use for the back of this car here, just to keep the rear end off the ground a bit. Not seeing anything else that's immediately needed. There's a pedal here. That's not what we need though. Let's see. Looks like that's all we got. Alright. Well, it looks like the sun's setting, so we're going to go ahead and call it here. And then see what we can find next time. Oh, sorry, a little distracted by my guy with his top hat there. He's a dapper gentleman with neck problems. Anyways, thank you for watching. Take care. I'll see you next time.